Hi, Shelley Poindexter here, and I'd like to offer a theological reflection on the movies we watched this week, The BlacKklansman and Get Out. I realized the morning after watching Get Out for the first time, it all of a sudden struck me that the person who saved the main character from the white terrorists was the TSA agent who had been trained to recognize terrorism and prevent it. And although he tried to prevent it right from the beginning, he said, "You shouldn't go," and continued to really name what was going to happen and what was happening. He sees it. And so it just, both films made me really think about terrorism and question, like, why hasn't the KKK been named as a terrorist group and really treated as with the same laws that we treat others that we label as terrorists. And I was reading Deuteronomy 28. And that is a time when Moses is saying to the people, the beginning part is, if you obey, here's the blessings you will receive as a people of God. And the second half is, if you don't obey, here are the curses that will come upon you. And as I read these verses, it causes me to question. I want you to listen to them. So starting in verse 25, and I will tell you I skipped little parts, but it goes through 37. The Lord will cause you to be defeated before your enemies. You shall become an object of horror to all the kingdoms of the earth. Your corpses shall be food for every bird of the air and animal of the earth, and there shall be no one to frighten them away. The Lord will afflict you with madness, blindness, and confusion of mind. You shall grope about at noon as blind people grope in darkness, but you shall be unable to find your way, and you shall be continually abused and robbed without anyone to help you. You shall become engaged to a woman, but another man shall lie with her. You shall build a house, but not live in it. You shall plant a vineyard, but not enjoy its fruit. Your sons and daughters will be given to another people. While you look on, you will strain your eyes looking for them all day, but be powerless to do anything. A people whom you do not know shall eat up the fruit of your ground and of all your labors. You shall be continually abused and crushed and driven mad by the sight that your eyes shall see. The Lord will bring you and the king whom you set over you to a nation that neither you nor your ancestors have known. You shall become an object of horror, a proverb and a byword among all the peoples where the Lord will lead you. This is horror. As I read those, though, you see, it just says continually, the Lord will cause, the Lord will afflict you, the Lord will bring you, the Lord will lead you. It's a terrible thing to think of God as terrorist, right? I don't get. And I cry out with the prophets, how long, O Lord? And we see in the book of Job that God allows, maybe doesn't cause it, as we see in Deuteronomy, but allows Job to be terrorized by evil. We see Jesus being allowed to be terrorized by the Romans and the religious leaders. We see, in Deuteronomy, the terror is punishment. But Job and Jesus and Jeremiah and Isaiah and the psalmists show us that it is not as a punishment. It happens because of evil in the world. Towards the end of the BlacKklansman, there's a scene where it's surreal. It's the Ron and his girlfriend, and they're standing in the hallway, and they're drawn to the window. They're not walking, they're drawn to it, and they look out, and it's the burning cross of the KKK in their time, which blends into all of a sudden we're in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2017, and the terror continues. And it went from being based on a true story, right, to real footage of real terror happening. And the prophet continues to say, and we cry out with the prophet, how long, O Lord?